One of your friends, Meghan, has made a heroic leap to your defence recently, decorating you with gushing adjectives such as caring and wonderful, whilst claiming to have no idea why the press go after you. Why do you think the press go after you?
Oh, because they're bonkers. I mean, what else could it be?
The journalists that attack us are actually fewer than you might believe. They just have a louder bark because they are resisting the inevitable changes that must come about, that actually are coming about.
Finally.
They resist the change, right? Because they refuse to let compassion into their hearts, fully, and surrender their will to the gusts of benevolence that are sweeping in. When you say sweet benevolence, are you referring to the pale blanched banalities that call for a compassion that inherently insists that one hates themselves in the process?
Yeah, they're the ones.
It's called love, but some people still won't let love into their hearts, right? Instead, they just spew darkness in the forms of racism and climate change and insults on my character.
The big three.
But what about the journalists who say no? We're just holding you account for the rampant hypocrisy that defines your very existence, they may say.
Well, I bet they wouldn't say that to my face. I'm a strong man. Very alpha.
Yeah, they still see hypocrisy because they believe that the principles given to us by white men, by bigoted slave-owning homophobes, are okay and don't need changing. So they want to conserve what they already have.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, because they think they're winning, Hate is spread because of the old ways, and they feed on that hate, So of course they don't want someone like me coming around showing how we can work together and build a fairer, more tolerant future. I mean, why would they want that? They're winning now. Yes, but what if they say that that is utter hogwash and a flamboyant falsification of reality wherein actually you're a pair of self-serving hypocrites who always intend to live at a level of opulence far exceeding those you proclaim to care about?
I think that's just people using words, using lots of words in one go. They're not being clear and precise like my Meghan.
And to be perfectly honest, so what if I live in a manner befitting my status as a truth bringer? I mean, what is it you expect, that I should slum it with the rabble and the hoi polloi? I mean, I would shrivel up in those circumstances, and the world would lose me. Look, I know why these terrible, terrible people criticize me for my so-called hypocrisy, but I really don't know why you would be carrying water for these ridiculous accusations.
You really don't get it, do you?
Oh, no, you completely misunderstand me. I'm as communist as they come. Wouldn't get any work otherwise. I was merely trying to coat your argument justifying your staggering hypocrisy in a sort of molten steel, making it stronger, showing that you can fend off any argument, however obvious and apparent it may be. Yeah, look, I overreacted. I'm sorry. I've just been under a lot of pressure. A lot of pressure. You are a sensitive soul, I know.
Sensitive? My goodness, you don't even know the half of it. I mean, Meghan once punished me for a mistake I was about to make, way before it ever happened. I know, it's spooky.
You've just been lucky enough to watch another great video. So like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to click the link in the description box for the new website. Nothing on there at the moment, but you owe me this. You owe me. And if you can get over to Patreon, you owe me that too. Bye.